There may be even more travel woes on the horizon for Canadians this summer. Air Canada is cutting dozens of flights every day in the months of July and August. Now, Canadian travelers have already seen a spring of delays, cancellations, and as you're seeing in these new pictures from Toronto's Pearson International, lost and misplaced luggage. Look at that. The airline says it's grappling with a number of challenges, including a soaring demand for travel. In an email to CBC News, Air Canada says it's reducing its schedule by 77 round trips per day. Round trips, mostly affecting flyers out of Toronto and Montreal. Hilary Johnstone is with us this morning. She has all the latest details on this and the reason behind these new Air Canada cuts. Good morning.
Heather, good morning. Well, our Air Canada is saying that business is not as usual, that it has not been for a couple of years now because of the pandemic. They're now seeing this surge while everyone scrambles to go on all those vacations that they've missed over the past couple of years, going to see family members who they've not seen. And they're saying that that is now causing an unprecedented and unexpected problems across their system. Because of that, they say in order to get back to some sort of level where they can operate, they're going to be reducing these flights. So as you say, they're going to be reducing for the months of July and August 77 round trips, which means about 154 trips a day. They say that they usually would be operating about 1,000 trips a day during those times. Most of these flights are going to be in and out of those hubs of Montreal and Toronto. They say that for now that this is not going to be affecting international travel, that for the most part it's going to be affecting those late night or overnight trips, domestic trips, or trans-border trips. There's also a couple of different routes that they've suspended, including routes to Baltimore, for example. So between Montreal and Pittsburgh, Baltimore and Kelowna, and then also one from Toronto to Fort McMurray. You were reading part of that statement there that we got from the Air Canada president. I have a little bit more that I'd like to share with people at home, explaining why they do feel this need to go and reduce their flight schedule, also apologizing to customers, saying, quote, "This was not an easy decision, as it will result in additional flight cancellations that will have a negative impact on some customers. But doing this in advance allows affected customers to take time to make other arrangements in an orderly manner." So a lot of frustrated people, I would imagine, Heather. Of course, we've been seeing these delays for weeks and months. Not a lot of signs, not many signs anyways, that things are going to improve anytime soon. The Air Canada president even says that it is going to take some time to see the impact of reducing the flight schedule.
And it's certainly not just the flight schedule. What are the other problems that we're seeing right now, Hilary?
Well, baggage for one. We were just showing those incredible images, and we've been speaking with customers, our colleagues across the country and all the regions of this country, speaking with people affected by this who show up at their destination, their luggage is not there. Perhaps they go out to the terminal and they see that. They see hundreds of suitcases lined up. We've heard stories, everything from lost wedding attire to car seats for newborns that don't show up for days and days. Yesterday, the Transport Minister, Omar Al-Galbra, he addressed this. We've heard from him a couple of times this week already, saying that they are working with the airlines, that they're doing what they can. Also pointing out the fact that both CATSA and the CBSA have really stepped up hiring, that they are trying to bring more people back online, but it's going to take some time. Also important to mention that just yesterday, they also announced that that extension. They've announced an extension until at least the middle of July for a suspension of that random testing that they've been doing at airports. They're going to be extending that until at least the middle of July. When it returns, Heather, the plan is for that testing to be done in airports, or sorry, not in airports, rather to be done in pharmacies and stores off-site from the airport.
Hilary, thank you very much. Hilary Johnstone in Ottawa as we begin our coverage there. But there are additional issues of travel, complaints about delays at border crossings because of COVID restrictions. Hilary was talking about those. Those appear to have fallen on deaf ears in Ottawa. The federal government is extending its vaccination rules for travelers coming into Canada until the end of September. Foreign visitors will have to prove they're fully vaccinated, and unvaccinated Canadians will have to show a negative PCR and will still be under a 14-day quarantine. Everyone crossing the border will be required to upload their vaccine and travel information onto the Arrive Can app. Leaders in border communities and in tourism industry groups have been urging Ottawa to drop those requirements, arguing that the measures cause delays that hurt their tourism business.